Good morning, good morning, good morning. Blessings to you and your family. Thank you once again for joining me this morning. I am Angel Howard. And I am writing a new book, and I am a new YouTube inspirational speaker. I'm thankful once again to wake up on this gloomy morning. It's gloomy, but I'm thankful that it is a day that I was able to wake up once again and to be alive and well. I want to talk on a subject about fear and safety. Right now on the news, there is so much going on. It's to the point that you don't even want to watch the news. We got so much going on right now. Mass shootings at hospitals. It's just a lot going on. Issues going on, dysfunctional issues going on in the White House, with high-end, celebrities. Things are being exposed with people that we probably least expected, and then things are, of course, being exposed with the president. But it's just a lot going on right now, and a lot of it is propaganda, of course, on the news. The news, they control pretty much what they will show the world, what they will share with the world. But what we do understand is there are a lot of catastrophes going on. We have animals such as birds falling out of the sky, dying, okay? We have a massive amount of fish that are just dying in the sea. We have salmon that they have just mentioned in the news today about we're losing so much of our fish, and it's just a lot of catastrophes that are going on. You're dealing with political wars, you're dealing with social issues, you're dealing with people just perverted mindsets that are and just murdering people out of nowhere. Random and massive shootings. People are killing people. And if you go into the book of Matthew, I believe that's the 24th chapter. I believe it's the 7th verse, if I'm not mistaken. But it talks about, what is to come. Things that are coming forth in our nation. Nation will rise against other nations. We got wars going on. We have earthquakes that are everywhere. They're just coming up off the scene. Earthquakes in diverse places. We have catastrophe with our water, our drinking water. We have issues with flooding, with storms, with hurricanes. The list goes on. And if you read that chapter, and I would advise you to read it, once again, the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, I believe that's the 7th, starting at the 7th verse. If you read it all the way through, you will see that this is the day that we're living in. These are the times that we're living in. And when I mentioned fear and safety, right now, this is not a time to be afraid. If you are covered with, if you have a relationship with God and you're covered, you don't really worry about these things. These things are going to happen. I had a conversation with a relative the other day, and they're like, I'm really concerned about the safety of our family. Things are happening right now, and you guys be careful. But you know what? You could be careful to the point of being, very observant, careful. But what are you going to do if you're in a grocery store shopping and a madman just walk in with a rifle and just start shooting everybody randomly? What are you going to do? There's nothing you can do. If you run, there's a chance you might get hit. Then you got to think about the safety of your family, your children. It's like you're doing everything you can to be safe, but you can't help if your environment isn't safe. So And that puts a lot of fear in people. People become isolated and not wanting to come outside of the house. They're just afraid. And the enemy, that is his plan, is to bring fear upon people, to make people vulnerable, and put them in a state of shock and a state of fear. And that is why the news has to control what they give out, because people will actually have panic attacks and heart attacks if the news really told everything. And the news don't tell everything. They kind of control their content, because they know that people will go into a state of panic. And so, but we need to be very watchful and very observant. I don't like watching the news. Believe me, I don't, but it is very important to watch the news so that you can know what is going on in your community, in your environment, in your society, in the world we live in. It is good to know what is going on. Because God said that when he come back, and he is coming back, I advise you to get yourself and your life together, because God said he will show you signs and wonders, and he's showing us these signs and wonders. We have the things that are being appearances that are coming forth in the sky. We might not want to believe what we're hearing and what we're seeing, but this stuff is true. It's not made up. This is truth. And it's really up to you to get yourself together. This is spiritual, what we're dealing with. It's not natural, it's spiritual. But God is really letting us know, I'm coming for my church. I'm coming for those, my believers who believe in me. I'm coming for you. I'm coming to get my people. And see, the word also says my people will perish because of a lack of knowledge, not having the knowledge and the wisdom, and not being in alignment in the spirit, not knowing, having a spirit of discernment to understand people around you, what's going on around you. You got to be prayed up. Start praying. Stop being afraid and start praying. Start praying. Your fear is you cannot be afraid for the rest of your life living this world. You can't be isolated. You can't hide yourself, and keep yourself locked up in a house because you're afraid to come out because something's going to happen. You cannot be afraid. You got to start praying. I pray every time I leave my house to go to work. I pray over my kids. I pray over my husband. I pray before they leave the house. I pray before they come. They're coming in, leaving out. I'm constantly praying for their safety, for their protection, and that God have his angels dispatch more angels, because the enemy is on a rampage to kill, to steal, and to destroy. But I want you to be encouraged today. Once again, you're going to hear a lot of fear and safety. You're going to hear a lot of peace and safety in the last days. The last days, they said you will hear peace and safety. Remember that when you watch the news. I just want you to be blessed, be encouraged. If you like my channel, hit the thumbs up button. But once again, be blessed. Love ya.